Boker Tov, everybody. So this week's portion is Acharei Mot. Acharei Mot means after the death of. It's after the death of Nadav and Avihu, who were sons of Aaron. And it's interesting because we actually read about those deaths about a month ago in Shmini. It was already a while ago. So it talks about what happens after that, and it talks about protecting the Holy of Holies and the conditions under which the Holy of Holies can be entered, right? Many of us probably know the Holy of Holies is only entered by the Kohen Gadol and only on Yom Kippur. So only on the holiest day of the year by the highest priest. And it's a very special circumstance to enter that space. It's interesting because I think it does apply to us today. I mean, I know we don't have the temple anymore. We don't have the Holy of Holies there. But keep in mind, this was before the temple anyways. This was while they were wandering in the desert. And I think what it really teaches us is the value of holiness in a lot of ways, because if you think of what is the opposite of holiness, what comes to mind? What's the word for opposite of holy? Mundane. Profane also, but mundane, right? Mundane meaning of the world, right? It comes from mundus, from world, right? And so things that are of the world, that are regular day to day, are not the things that are holy, right? You think of something being holy, you think, we rock up on our heels when we say kadosh, kadosh, kadosh. Rising up, right? The idea of something that is elevated, something that is a little higher to us than the regular monotony of day to day, the mundane. So I want you to think for a moment of something that you find holy in your life. Take a moment to reflect on that. What is something that you find holy in your life, a holy experience? And it's probably something that is not average. It's probably something special. But I want you to think about what kind of boundaries you create to make sure that that holiness stays in a state of holiness, right? That it stays special. We all create boundaries in order to maintain our lives in many different respects, mental health and emotional health, physical health, well-being. And I think this teaches us a lot of that. We create these boundaries to make sure that we stay connected and that we have that feeling of holiness, that we maintain it, right? So it's not something that is of the day to day. I don't think that means that you still can't experience some kernel of holiness, even in an average day. But I think there's something there that we need to keep protected. So I think this portion really teaches us how to create those boundaries for ourselves to maintain our spiritual and emotional well-being.
Cantor.